Hi everybody. I hope you're all doing well this evening. This is really cool. I'm so excited to be here and that there's people watching. I'm actually really surprised that there's people watching. I'm pleasantly surprised. So my name is Aline. I'm visiting from Canada. I've been on a tour. I'm about 2 weeks into my tour now, and it's been really awesome. I've been through Germany, Netherlands, and Belgium so far. And after this, I go back to the Netherlands, then I go to Saxony, and then I go all the way to Poland. Don't ask me what possessed me to do this. It's just the spirit of music, I guess. I'm going to start with a tune called Leaving Monday Morning. This is a song that I wrote when I was moving. I'm originally from a small mountain town in interior British Columbia, and I was very excited to be moving down to the coast. And it's about an 11-hour journey on a good day, depending on when you catch the ferry at the end. And I had my car all packed up and ready to go, my 2005 Honda CR-V, and then it didn't start, which is pretty deflating. So I felt really sorry for myself, and I wrote this song about all the alternative ways that I might be able to move down to the Sunshine Coast if my car didn't start working again. I'll be leaving Monday morning. Sure hope my car decides to start by then. It's a hell of a long walk to the ocean, but I just can't bear to keep my baby waiting. So I'll pack my bags and I'll walk all the way past the mountains and the rivers, if that's what it takes. If it rains and rains and rains, I'll build a raft and I'll float all the way to where I think you're at. I thought maybe I could take a jet. It turns out I can't afford that yet. I never thought I'd need $400 to become your lady caller. But my baby, he just can't wait any longer. So I'll pack my bags and I'll walk all the way past the mountains and the rivers, if that's what it takes. If it rains and rains and rains, I'll build a raft and I'll float all the way to where I think you're at. Well, I see there that somebody says for a Honda not to start is very unusual. Yeah, leave it to me. When a family of 6 mice move into your car, then anything can happen. I'm actually really proud of the next verse in this song because it's the first time I've ever used the word impermeable. So I just wanted to point that out. If my engine don't fire, I'll put on my most durable attire. Yeah, the wind and the snow and rain, it don't stand a chance against my highly breathable yet still impermeable pants. So I'll pack my bags and I'll walk all the way past the mountains and the rivers, if that's what it takes. If it rains and rains it rains and rains and rains, I'll build a raft. I'll float all the way back to Half Moon Bay.
Crowd go wild. Woo! Yeah, girl.
So I'll continue on with a song called Chit Chat. This is a song from my new record that I just released on the 19th. And also welcome to everybody who's joined in the meantime. Thanks so much for being here. I don't know what this morning's trying to imply, getting me to open my eyes so soon. What's the life expectancy on this one little cup of coffee? Sure as hell ain't long enough for me. I can't escape the chit-chat. It's like quicksand in my mind taking over. It's a sink or swim kind of situation. I'm hanging on to the riffraff. Do you ever feel that's what's keeping you in line? I think it's time I give in a temptation. And I don't know what the afternoon had planned. I never drew the curtains, I never put the eggs in the pan. Maybe it's a dream, maybe I'm sleepwalking. I always thought my life would be more interesting. I hear the tick-tock on the big old clock. It's bringing me the sundown. I stumbled my way through another day to the rhythm of that sound. I can't escape the chit-chat. It's like quicksand in my mind taking over. It's a sink or swim kind of situation. I'm hanging on to the riffraff. Do you ever feel that's what's keeping you in line? I think it's time I give in a temptation. And it's a funny thing about this evening, that soft touch, cheek to cheek, it'll get you through the week. And if you take it all away at the end of the day, I think you'll find rough water always leads you into the bay. I can't escape the chit-chat. It's like quicksand in my mind taking over. It's a sink or swim kind of situation. I'm hanging on to the riffraff. Do you ever feel that's what's keeping you in line? I think it's time I give in a temptation. I think it's time I give in to temptation.
Stephen wants to buy your guitar. Did you see that?
My guitar?
Yeah, I said it might be for sale after the tour.
Oh gosh, I haven't even been able to keep up with the chat because I realized I was trying and then I was like wanting to sing what I was reading, which doesn't rhyme, so I couldn't do it. Yeah, if anybody wants to buy my guitar, I didn't really consider that. Maybe Dathy's guitar's for sale though.
You can have the Harley Benjamin. Yeah, no problem.
I have some CDs for sale though, and with the guitar on it, so it's kind of the same.
We've
Yeah.
got 2 orders already. So.
Really
Yeah, you
amazing.
sold 2 so
Oh my
far.
gosh.
Yes.
Awesome.
You did. You sold 2 so far.
Well, moving on, I'm going to play another song that's on the record. The record is called Wildrose Saltwater, and it's 11 songs that I wrote during my journey moving from the Kootenays, where I'm from, where my hometown is, Nelson, down to the ocean, to the coast. And now I've been on the coast for about 3 years, and these are the songs that kind of came out of that experience. And the wild rose kind of represents the mountains, even though actually there's wild roses almost everywhere. And then saltwater obviously represents the ocean. But there's a song on the record called Wildfire, and this song, it was inspired by a few things. First, by my ancestors. My ancestors were Doukhobor, meaning they were pacifists, and they came from Russia at the turn of the century before the First World War. In 1989 was the first immigration. And they came to Canada as political refugees because they refused to fight. They refused to engage in any violence. And that wasn't very well received over in Russia at the time. And so luckily, the author, Leo Tolstoy, he actually funded their extradition. And he put all the proceeds from his book, Resurrections, towards bringing them to Canada by boat. And once they arrived in Canada, they still were very fierce protesters, and they never stopped standing for peace and fighting for peace. And this song was written about protest, about peaceful protest. And I'm just so fortunate to live in a country where that's even allowed. And I think about peace a lot. And I hope that we don't take it for granted, because it's actually not something that comes freely. We really do have to work at it. Oh my, I can feel the wind blow, whistling like a train in the night. Oh my, it feels like the sky is closing in. Ain't no way I'm gonna win this fight. Little white lies don't mean too much. Spend their lives collecting dust.
Start going wild.
So this that song actually sparked inspiration for a whole project that I did, and I interviewed members of my family and members of the Doukhobor community, and I gathered stories, and then I wrote a whole record and a bunch of songs that are inspired by the history. And actually, well, those songs aren't on the record that I'm selling right now, but I think I'll play another one of them, and then I'll move back to playing some stuff from the record. This song is called Echo of a Dove. And the dove, it was the only symbol that they kind of carried with them. Other than that, they didn't worship any specific idol. The Doukhobors believed that God was present in every living being. And they worshipped through song, through singing to each other. And but the peace dove was always very, very prevalent for them. And this song is called Echo of a Dove. And I wrote it, I guess, more about my personal experience learning all of these tales and stories. My people never made it 50 years without the threat of war just ringing in their ears. Restless like a storm about to break, carried on the wind like snowflakes. Everything is never as it seems, rolling like a milky water stream. When all you have left to do is try, that grass would glow green on the other side. I'm the echo, I'm the echo, I'm the echo of a dove song. The wheel keeps turning, another century, another flower blooms from seed. These stories, these songs of mine, woven into me like vine. I hear it like an echo on the breeze, like a sigh they want to be released. On and on. I'm the echo, I'm the echo, I'm the echo of a dove song. The wheel keeps turning, another century, another flower blooms from seed. Still we pick the fruit from their trees. Still we steal shade from the leaves. What a legacy, what a way to be. You'll always have a song in me. On and on. I'm the echo, I'm the echo, I'm the echo of a dove song. The wheel keeps turning, another century, another flower blooms from seed. The wheel keeps turning, another century, another flower blooms from seed. So I don't play that song very often because I have to retune my guitar for it. And it feels like it takes too long in a live set, and I don't travel with two guitars because I already have so many things to carry. So that was a treat to be able to sing that for you, because I had this other awesome guitar here that I could have tuned, ready to go. One day when I'm traveling with a guitar tech, maybe I can have it all. Yeah, I'll play another tune from my record. This one's called Over the Edge. I feel like this is my big Tom Petty song. I love Tom Petty. But I actually wrote this song during the pandemic. I'm sure you guys all remember that blissful time. And I took my fiance and I moved in with my mom for the pandemic, and we lived together for a couple years, and it was actually really, really lovely. We spent so much time together just making food and hanging out, and I don't know, it was kind of a treat in a way to be able to have those years again living back at home with my mom and my teenage brother. But the community that we were in was very divided by the politics of COVID-19, and I thought that was so sad because we were all going through this very massive thing together, and instead of it being uniting, it was so divisive. And so I wrote this song about that idea, that maybe we could find community in all of the madness instead of the opposite. When the evening comes, it don't take all day. The sun will hit the ground till the light fades away, tucking itself where the mountains meet, ringing in the darkness on my street. I'm just a wrinkle in time, 2 feet and a worried mind. 'Cause we're all over the edge, losing our minds to the voices in our heads. We just don't know what to believe instead. Why do we lose ourselves and put our dreams on a shelf just to make it to the end? And the days go by, the weeks turn to months, filling up the year with things that only happen once, coming and going in this game we play, making up the rules as it's taking shape. I'm just a wrinkle in time, 2 feet and a worried mind. 'Cause we're all over the edge, losing our minds to the voices in our heads. I just don't know what to believe instead. Why do we lose ourselves and put our dreams on a shelf just to make it till the end? Ooh, this is a golden hour. a shelf just to make it to the end. Why do we lose ourselves and put our dreams on a shelf just to make it to the end?
Woo! Love it.
Oh, well, moving right along. It's like I want to play the new songs that I've written because they're a bit more fresh to me, but I also really want to play songs from the record so you have a chance to hear them. So I'll play another tune from the record. This song is called Doing It for Country Music, and it's meant to be kind of tongue-in-cheek, so you don't have to worry about me after you hear the lyrics to the song. But I wrote it after I moved down to the coast. So this first song, Leaving Monday Morning, was about the move. And once I showed up there, my new home was a tiny little travel trailer that I would live in with my sweetheart, who is a giant. And it was really cramped in there. We made it 9 months before it really just decided, like, you know, we needed to live in a real house after that. Because every morning I would wake up to this earthquake because this giant man was just walking around in this trailer, and it would kind of bounce up and down, and it was just really hectic, and it did feel like an earthquake every morning at 5:30 a.m., which is not my normal wake-up time. So then I was wanting to go house hunting, and I was looking at apartments and had some appointments kind of set for the day, and again, my car broke down, actually because my sweetheart, he went out to fill it up with fuel, and there was a fuel contamination. So he made it all the way home, and then the contaminated fuel seized the engine. It was still that same Honda. The mice had moved out by that point. But I was kind of pitying myself stuck living in this trailer, and I thought, wow, this is a really country moment. Car is broken down. I'm living in a travel trailer with nowhere to go and feeling really sorry for myself. So I wrote this tune about it. It's called Doing It for Country Music. All the heartache and the drinking and the stress, I do it all for country music, 'cause my songs sound better with a tinge of regret. My guitar feels better under my fingertips when I'm sad. I'm drunk and just a little too thin. I do it all for country music. I don't like to smoke, but I can barely catch a break. Even if it was hurtling across the room straight at my face. So pass me that cigarette. Yeah, I'll take a drag. It sure fits my mood today, 'cause my songs sound better with a tinge of regret. My guitar feels better under my fingertips when I'm sad and I'm lonesome. I'm drunk, too damn thin. I do it all for country music. If you have a sad song, well, I'll be sure to sing along. I'll loosen my bootstraps till my money's all gone. least I'm not the only one bitching and moaning. 'Cause my songs sound better with a tinge of regret. My guitar feels better under my fingertips. When I'm sad and I'm lonesome, I'm drunk and too damn thin. I'll do it all for country music. When I'm sad and I'm lonesome, I'm drunk and too damn thin. I do it all for country music.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw some things come up in the chat. It isn't really two strikes for the Honda, because it really wasn't Honda's fault that the fuel was contaminated that was put in the car. And I do have to say, once it all got cleaned out, that car, it ran and ran forever. And I sold it last year, and I was really sad about it, but it just felt like it was time to move on. And I bought another Honda. So so it's all good. We're in good standing. I'm actually trying to get Honda as a sponsor for my next tour. If anybody has any connections, that's a big dream of mine. And then I also saw somebody mention the album cover. Thank you so much for mentioning that. The art is done by a beautiful artist, also from British Columbia, and her artist name is Art C. Wins. And she's just fantastic. Her art is so beautiful, and I'm really, really lucky that she was able to work with me on my time frame that was quite stressful for the art, the album art. And it's actually the first time I've ever worked with an illustrator that I felt just fully encapsulated me and the music. It was really cool to see that. So yeah, check her out, Art C. Wins. What should I sing? Okay, I'm gonna sing a new song now.
Also mention your gig tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, tomorrow in Roeselare, if I'm saying that right. I played there last September, and surprisingly enough, they're having me back, so I'm excited to go there again. I think it's at 8 o'clock or 8:30 tomorrow. I'm gonna play a love song. This song is called Storm Season, and it's a song that I wrote kind of recently, and it's just about that feeling of fall coming up and being ready to cozy up and light a fire and stay inside with your honey. It's storm season, and it's right on time. The second best reason to stay inside. So come on, baby, keep me warm tonight. Close the windows, light the fire. Put that record on and don't be shy. You can leave your mood at the door. When you come over, it's gonna be you and me tonight on the dance floor. It rolls in like a song on the wind. Oh, it melts on my skin. Oh, the feeling. You're the reason I've been needing this storm season. Come on by. We'll trace shadows on the wall by candlelight. It's an evening for taking it slow. Settle in, I got no place to go. If you want me, babe, time to let it show. Like a song on the wind. Oh, it melts on my skin. the feeling, oh, the feeling. You're the reason I've been dreaming. You're the one that I've been needing this storm season. You're the one that I've been needing this storm season.
Hey. D. Michael came in from the Mojave Desert.
No way.
Yes, look at that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Southwest USA. Is it warm over there right now? Well, I think it's about time we get into the heavy stuff. I'm going to play a tune called Big Machine. And I wrote this song recently, and I was thinking how crazy it is that we're so connected. Like right now, I'm just talking to all these people that are all over the world. It's so cool. And you can really talk to anybody at any point when you have your phone available and the internet. But I think because of this, we're sort of losing touch with a lot of the closeness, the people close by. And there is an epidemic of loneliness right now in the world, which is wild because we're more connected than we've ever been. And that's what this song is kind of about. This need to always be filling this big machine when I don't think it really has to be that way. And sometimes it's hard to stay positive with all the crazy stuff going on in the world right now, but playing music with other people and to other people is such a gift. I'm so grateful for that. This song is Big Machine. We're all living side by side in this town, looking at the world the only way that we know how. We're all listening to the same sounds, but we've never been so lonely as we are now. How is it we filled the space with beating hearts and faces, managing to separate in all the same places, living for the wanting of getting what we got? We could go forever and ever hit the spot. Everything is fast now. We know all the ins and outs. Nothing ever lasts now. Still cutting corners anyhow. It's a race to the top with a real long drop. We all fall in until it stops. Gotta fill the tank of that big machine. It's wild and hungry and it's always running. It'll eat everything. One day it might self-destruct into a pile of smoke and dust. There'll be nothing left of it, nothing left of us. Everything is fast now. We know all the ins and outs. Nothing ever lasts now. Still cutting corners any It's a race to the top with a real long drop. Are we all falling until we're not? Just gonna keep up with the chat for a sec. Well, I think maybe I'll play a fiddle tune. It's not a fiddle tune that I wrote, but nonetheless, playing fiddle is, I think, my favorite thing, so I'll indulge myself for a sec here. I was lucky enough to go up to the Yukon in June and play at a bluegrass festival there. I was the bluegrass adjacent part of the festival. And in normal fashion at a bluegrass festival, you stay up until 4 in the morning or so jamming. But it's really easy in the Yukon to stay up until 4 in the morning jamming in June because the sun doesn't go down, which is really cool. I'd never experienced that before. And this is one of the tunes that I picked up there. It's called Booth Shot Lincoln. One more fiddle tune, maybe?
Especially for Katja, she's the fiddle master.
Oh, Katja's a fiddle master.
Oh, she's
Oh, gosh.
brilliant,
Well, I hope I'm not making your ears bleed.
yes.
I'm going to play a tune then called Chips and Sauce. This is a really fun one, also one that I learned up that weekend in the Yukon. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it for the fiddle. I guess there's time for a couple more songs here. What else? What will I play? Oh, I know what I want to play.
Aline, can you just mention the two things before you go again?
Yeah, of course. So I am going to mention this Friday, the 26th, there's going to be another live stream. It's an artist called Brother of a Feather, and he's going to be live streaming at 8 p.m. So if you are excited to hear some more music, then that's the perfect opportunity for you. And also on Monday is when the return of the Songwriter Show will be. So the Songwriter Show that's every Monday is going to start the season again next week. Very exciting. I think I'm going to play a cover tune. It'll probably be the only cover that I play besides the fiddle tunes. But this is a song that I love very much by a songwriter that I think is just fantastic. His name is David Francie. He's a Canadian songwriter. He immigrated to Canada, I believe, when he was 12 from Scotland. And he's just such a poet. And recently I've been listening to all of his records on repeat, and this is one of my favorite songs of his. It's called Broken Glass. Saw you standing in the cafeteria line. I'd given you the world just to make you mine. I saw you in your locker by the high school hall. It wouldn't take a minute for my heart to fall. When you hear a sound like broken glass, that's my heart every time that you walk past. When you hear a sound like a rush of just me catching my breath again. I saw you on the bus on the way back home. You were sitting so pretty, sitting all alone. Couldn't think of anything much to say except I'll love you forever till my dying day. When you hear a sound like broken, that's my heart every time that you walk past. When you hear a sound like a rush of wind, it's just me catching my breath again. Seeing you now makes me think of then. I remember how and I remember when. I'd go to a party hoping that you'd show, and we'd dance in the darkness to Abbey Road. When you hear a sound like broken glass, that's my heart every time that you walk past. When you hear a sound like a rush of wind, it's just me catching my breath again. When you hear a sound like broken, that's my heart every time that you walk past. When you hear a sound like a rush of wind, it's just me catching my breath again. It's just me catching my breath again. It's just me catching my breath again. Just such a beautiful song. Gets me every time. Okay, well, I don't know. You get to choose. Should I play a song from the record or a song that I might never record? I don't know.
Both.
Both. I guess there probably is time
Yeah.
for two more. Okay, yeah, both. Well, but then how do I pick which one? I don't know. Okay. This song is called Talk So Slow. It's on the album, and this song was a bit of a dark horse. Like, I wrote it, and I didn't think it was good. I honestly didn't really think anything of it. I just kind of wanted, I don't know, to put some words down. And then when I started playing it live, I really noticed that, well, I felt emotionally affected by it, but also people felt very emotionally affected by the song. And it surprised me because it was one of the tunes that I was just kind of like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll write a bunch of words and probably never record it. It'll just be like an exercise song that hopefully makes way for a better song. But it's called Talk So Slow, and I wrote it about all the things that I miss when I'm on tour and I'm away from home. And my sweetheart, he well, I guess he's my husband now, so I can just call him my husband. But he has a very slow and confident way of speaking that when I'm on the road and I feel anxious or I feel sad because I miss home and I call him, it really calms me down and it makes me feel just very centered and relaxed and loved. And I was explaining this to him, and he said, or he laughed and he said, "Oh, honey, I played a lot of football in university and I actually hit my head a lot. And I think what you're seeing as being like sweet is just me trying to put the words together without making a mistake." And I actually thought that was really beautiful because, there are things that we feel very self-conscious about that other people love about us. And sometimes our greatest weaknesses to ourselves are our biggest strengths in secret. So this song is called Talk So Slow. I'm on my way to Austin, Texas, and this overhead bin's a mess, and I'm wondering what kind of life am I living, trading you in for this broken headrest. I know that I'll find my way back. For now it's okay to be sad, thinking about what you look like eating on your own, and how often will we talk on the phone. It's the way that you talk so slow. I just want you to know I like it. When I get back after weeks away from home, pull me in like a riptide and don't let me go. And what if you don't water all my plants? I guess I should prepare myself for that. I just hope you're keeping good company, hanging with my friends down the street. And would you fill me in on all those things I'm afraid I'm missing? If I could tell you just one thing before I go, it's that I hope you don't forget to feed my cat. It's the way that you talk so slow. I just want you to know I like it. When I get back after weeks away from home, pull me in like a riptide and don't let me go. And when I walk back through that door, Well, it's time for the last song.
Thanks for being here.
This has been really, really nice. I love playing music, but I especially love playing music for other people. So thank you for being here. Would have been really awkward if nobody was here, for sure. Well, what song am I gonna end on? Yeah, I'm gonna end on a tune called Getting By, and this song, it's just kind of a little ditty about laying awake at night worrying about money, which is so stupid. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Aline Deanna. If you have any friends in Rousselare, I'm playing at Breda Viva La Vie, I think it's called. Probably saying that wrong. Or if you see any other stops on my tour, feel free to let people know. Well, I'm dying just a little inside, trying to keep the weight of the world off my mind. And I feel guilty being sad, 'cause I don't have it all that bad. So I just smile and I try to keep it light, 'cause I always have dinner on my plate, and I've got good friends. We like to stay up late. I got what I need, plus lots of stuff that should really be enough. Still there's a feeling at night that I can't shake, 'cause I feel good when I'm getting by, and when I don't, I toss and turn at night. I've always got one hand on the line and one eye on the time. I hope I wake up rich tomorrow without trying. I used to feel so far away from grief. One day it just came home with me, stumbled in right off the street. Now in the corner of my room, it's big and dark and it looms right over me as I try to fall asleep. Oh no, I don't remember the verse. It's been so long since I sung this song. I'll just go into the chorus. 'Cause I feel good when I'm getting by, and when I don't, I toss and turn at night. I've always got one hand on the line, wondering when I might get mine. I hope I wake up rich tomorrow without trying. All this inconsequential puttering around, I fill my life with back and forth, so I don't have time to frown. And I may not be at my best, but I fit in with all the rest. That's good enough for now, I guess, 'cause I feel good when I'm getting by, and when I don't, I toss and turn at night. I've always got one hand on the line and one eye on the time. I hope I wake up rich tomorrow without trying. I hope I wake up rich tomorrow without trying. I hope I wake up rich tomorrow without trying. Well, how's that for an ending?
Brilliant ending.
Thank you so much for being here, everybody. My name is Aline Deanna. If you want to follow me on social media, I go by Aline Deanna Jones on Instagram. I also have a mailing list that I'm really trying to get people to sign up for, because who knows how long Instagram is going to last, and I don't want to lose touch with everybody. So if you go to my website, that's just linked right up there, you can, it's the first thing that pops up on my website to sign up for the mailing list. And I just let people know when I've got new songs coming out, or maybe new merch or maybe some funny tour stories. I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyways, have a great evening and keep listening to wonderful music. Tune in Friday the 26th for Brother of a Feather.
Bye, Aline. Thank you so much. Woo-hoo.